Hi everyone, my name is Nicole, and today we're going to do a somatic tracking meditation for this somatic skill of pendulation. So this is something that I've learned through my somatic experiencing training, and it's a tool that helps us move in to discomfort and feel safety within it because we know that our nervous system has the flexibility to move out. And even if you have the tendency to get stuck in like fight, or freeze, we can gently practice this to build more flexibility and regulation into our nervous system. And I would just encourage you to keep practicing this in little ways. It can apply to so many things. Maybe I'll do some videos and some practices in the future of how you can apply this in daily life. So let's just begin by coming into our space and feeling our body. So you could do this lying down, you could do this sitting. I would even really encourage you to do it with in a chair with a back. I don't have one, this is just where I'm filming. So just getting settled wherever you are and noticing what supports you. Noticing how gravity supports you. And just feeling the weight of your body on the surface you're on. So if you're lying down, feel how it supports your head, your back, or if you're sitting in a chair. And if you're just sitting on a cushion like me, just notice your sit bones or your bum on the floor and how you are effortlessly supported by the surface that you're on. Just taking a moment to sink in. And eyes can be open or closed. Sometimes it's easier to do this with your eyes closed, but if at any point you feel uncomfortable, you can just open them and take a look around. So let's begin by noticing a sensation in the body that feels neutral or slightly pleasant. So sometimes we can find that in like the hands or the feet, or it could be somewhere totally different in the body. So just noticing maybe something that feels still, warm, something that feels pleasant to you. And once you get there, just noticing the edges of that area, if it moves. Maybe noticing what your breath does when you're there. And then let's look for a place in the body that feels maybe a little tense or activated, or like there's a lot of energy there. We can just go to the edge of that sensation. So just tracking through the body, just slowly over to that place in the body that maybe feels a little more tense. Or you could even look for some mild pain as well. And see if you can just stay there without wanting to change anything. And just noticing that area that's a little bit more unpleasant. Seeing if you can watch it. Seeing if it moves. And now let's shift our attention back to the pleasant area of the body, or a part that feels more loose even. And just stay there. Notice any warmth or temperature in the area. Maybe it's pleasantly cool. Maybe there's pleasant tingling in the area, or just a stillness. And now let's move back over, dragging the attention through the body, back to the other sensation that was a little more tense. Remember, you can just go to the edge of it if you'd like. And just noticing what that feels like, where the edges are, the temperature, or if there's a particular sensational name you would use to describe this area. And now let's move back to the pleasant area. And just noticing that. And noticing if it's any different than before. And we could do this a few more times. We could go from neutral to activated, to neutral to activated. And maybe I'll just give you a moment to go between the two sensations at your own pace. Whatever pace feels comfortable for you. And maybe just notice if it becomes easier to shift your attention back and forth over time, or if there's one area that draws your attention more. And then just remember that you're in charge of where your attention goes. And this is the beginning of building flexibility and ease in your system. And now see if you're able to just zoom out on the sensations and almost view the body as more of a whole. And if this is too tricky, that's all right. Just try it out. And just notice how that feels. And then if your eyes were closed, you're just going to open them. Take a look around the room. Notice if there's anything interesting or something that catches your eye. Maybe just notice the body. You could give it a little wiggle. Notice how that's feeling. And just notice if there's anything different from when you began to where you are now. So I hope that this was helpful. Again, this can be so helpful in everyday life. If you're in a challenging situation, you can notice how that feels and then gently shift to something more neutral or pleasant. And that can give us more resourcing to go back into whatever was challenging with more ease. And it gives us more safety when we go into something that's more challenging because we know that we have the flexibility and the choice to come out of it as we practice. So I hope this was helpful. You can like, subscribe, or share this video, and you can always check out my website if you need more support or resources or to find out more about me at nicolelarson.ca. Thanks and have a great day.